Most people think financial stability means earning more money, but that's not the full truth. The real secret is learning how to manage what you already have. I've seen people earning $30,000 a year live completely stress-free, and I've seen people earning $150,000 drowning in debt. The difference wasn't their income, it was their rules. Today, I'm going to share the minimalist money rules that actually work in real life. These aren't theories from a textbook. These are principles used by everyday people who quietly built financial stability. Let's start with the first and most important rule. Spend less than you earn, every single month, without exception. This sounds obvious, but most people violate this rule constantly. Marcus was a 34-year-old marketing manager earning $5,500 a month. He had a nice apartment, a leased car, subscriptions for everything. On paper, his life looked successful. But every month, he was spending $5,800. He was going backward by $300 every month without realizing it. After 2 years, he had $7,200 in silent debt he couldn't explain. The fix wasn't complicated. He cut his monthly spending to $4,800 and started keeping $700 aside. Within 14 months, his financial anxiety disappeared completely. The gap between what you earn and what you spend, that's your real financial power. The second rule is this: give every dollar a job before the month begins. Most people let money sit in their account and just spend until it's gone. That's not a financial plan, that's financial drift. Sarah, a nurse in her late 20s, started assigning every dollar a purpose on the first of each month. Rent, groceries, transportation, savings, emergency fund. Even her fun money had a category. She wasn't restricting herself, she was directing herself. Within 6 months, she stopped the end-of-month panic completely. You don't need a complicated spreadsheet. You just need to decide in advance where your money goes. Decision-making before spending removes impulsive financial mistakes. Rule 3. Build a 1-month buffer before you do anything else. Not a 6-month emergency fund. Just 1 month of expenses saved first. James worked in retail and lived paycheck to paycheck for years. Every unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, sent him into a panic. He started putting $200 aside every month without touching it. After 5 months, he had enough to cover 1 full month of living. The next time his car needed $600 in repairs, he paid it calmly. No credit card, no stress, no loan. That single buffer changed his entire relationship with money. 1 month of financial cushion turns emergencies into inconveniences. Rule 4. Stop upgrading your lifestyle every time your income increases. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it silently destroys financial progress. Every time Kevin got a raise, he upgraded something. Better car, bigger apartment, more dining out. His income went from $40,000 to $68,000 over 7 years. But his savings barely moved. He was running faster, but staying in the same place. When he finally stopped upgrading and kept his expenses at the same level, everything changed. The extra income started stacking instead of disappearing. In 24 months, he built his first $15,000 in savings. Your future financial security is built in the gap between your income and your spending. Guard that gap aggressively. Rule 5. Own fewer financial products, not more. The financial industry loves to sell you complexity. Multiple credit cards, reward programs, investment apps, side account perks. But complexity creates confusion, and confusion leads to poor decisions. Diana simplified everything. 1 checking account, 1 savings account, 1 credit card used responsibly. She closed 3 store credit cards, canceled 2 subscriptions she forgot about, and stopped chasing points programs. Her financial life became something she could review in 10 minutes a week. Simplicity creates clarity. Clarity creates control. And control is the foundation of financial stability. Rule 6. Pay yourself first before you pay anyone else. This is not motivational language. This is a mechanical habit that changes everything. When Rachel got her paycheck, she immediately transferred 10% into a separate savings account, not after bills, not after groceries, before anything else. In the beginning, it felt tight, but within 3 months, her lifestyle adjusted naturally. She didn't miss the money because she never had the chance to spend it. After 1 year, she had saved $4,200 without feeling deprived once. Paying yourself first means treating your future the same way you treat your landlord. non-negotiable, every single month. Rule 7. Understand the difference between an asset and a liability. This one rule separates people who build wealth from people who just earn money. An asset puts money into your life. A liability takes money out of your life. Tom bought a brand new car on a 5-year loan to impress people at work. Every month, $520 left his account. Insurance, maintenance, fuel, another $400 per month. That car cost him nearly $11,000 a year. His colleague Priya drove a reliable used car she bought outright for $8,000. Her monthly car costs were under $200. The difference in 5 years? Priya had an extra $45,000 that Tom had spent on depreciation and interest. Before any major purchase, ask yourself, is this putting money into my life or taking it out? Rule 8. Avoid debt that doesn't build anything. There is a type of debt that builds, like a mortgage on a property that grows in value. And there is a type of debt that only destroys. Credit card debt at 22% interest for a vacation you can no longer remember. A personal loan to fund a wedding that ended in divorce. Financing furniture that will be worthless in 5 years. Michael financed a $3,200 holiday package on a credit card. He paid minimum payments for 27 months. By the time he finished, that vacation had cost him $4,750. He paid $1,550 extra for a memory. The rule is simple. If you cannot afford to buy it twice, you cannot afford to finance it. Rule 9. Create one financial rule you never break. This is called a financial boundary, and it is more powerful than any budget. Elena had one unbreakable rule. She never spent more than $200 on anything impulsive without waiting 72 hours. Most of the time, after 72 hours, she didn't want the thing anymore. She calculated that this rule alone saved her approximately $3,000 in 1 year. Your rule might be different. Never carry a credit card balance past the due date. Never dip into savings without a written reason. Never lend money you cannot afford to lose. One solid rule followed consistently is worth more than 20 flexible guidelines. Rule 10. Review your finances once a week, not once a year. Most people only look at their finances during tax season or when something goes wrong. That's like only checking your health when you feel sick. Carlos spent 15 minutes every Sunday looking at his accounts. Where did money go this week? Is he on track for the month? Did anything unusual happen? This weekly habit let him catch a subscription he had forgotten about for 9 months. It helped him notice he was overspending on food delivery 3 weeks in a row. Small awareness creates small corrections. Small corrections prevent large financial disasters. Rule 11. Protect what you've built before you try to grow it. Before thinking about investments, think about protection, health insurance, emergency fund, basic life insurance if others depend on you. Nadia invested $10,000 in stocks before she had an emergency fund. 3 months later, a medical situation forced her to sell half her investments at a loss. She lost $2,400 because she built on an unstable foundation. Build the floor before you build the ceiling. Stability first, growth second. This order matters more than any investment strategy. Here's the final truth about financial stability. It's not about being perfect with money. It's about being consistent with a small number of good rules. The people who are quietly financially stable are not financial geniuses. They are people who follow simple rules with unusual discipline. They spend less than they earn. They protect what they have before chasing more. They review their progress regularly. They don't try to impress people with money they haven't saved yet. You don't need to earn more to start. You need to decide more. Decide on rules, stick to them, and let time do the rest. Financial stability is not a destination. It is a set of daily decisions that eventually become your identity. Start with one rule today, just one, and build from there. If this gave you real value, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you want more no-nonsense financial content grounded in real life.